Hi, how's it going? It's Thomas Steed here. Just actually doing a follow-up. This one I'm a little bit late on it. It's probably a little bit closer to 2 months, but we're going to take a look here at the Red Wing belt. Now, it's definitely taken on a little bit of a curve to it, but that's not a bad thing. That just means that it's forming to my shapely hips. Now, beautiful thing that I like about this is typically by this time I'd normally be seeing quite a bit of distortion right here where the back loop is at, and as you can see, it's pretty darn good. There's this one or two spots where you can see kind of a little bit of grain, but that was actually something that was there to begin with. That's actually in the leather itself. Um, but all in all, I'm super happy with this belt. I actually took in, you know, hot stuffed it with beeswax when I first got it, just to kind of give it a little bit more of that finish to it, and that just the look to it. I really like the way that it's coming in. So I don't know if you'd really call it a patina. I mean, it's kind of a patina, but the way that it kind of gets its little marks and stuff like that, and I can rub across, somewhere where, it's been sitting over a belt loop or something like that, or a belt loop's been sitting over it, and I can rub that and get that out, and it's just fantastic. Really been a good, solid quality belt. I mean, even on the two eyelets, as you can see, I'm not getting a whole bunch of distortion in there. It's really just gotten to a point where it's forming its lay, so that the belt's sitting more naturally, but it's not being stretched out really badly or distorted. Nothing of that sort. And I'm just overall I'm really happy with this belt from Red Wings. Uh, I don't know. I don't remember the exact name off of this one. Go look at the first video because they gave you the actual item number on that one, and refer to that one for exactly which item and belt this is. But you can see right there when it's done up how it sets on my hips. But I also wear my belts pretty tight. This one's actually, I probably could have actually gone with one size down from my actual size, because I am considering on taking and using some of my leather tools and actually punching another hole in this. I don't know, maybe I'll stop by the Red Wing store. They might have one there that they can just do that for me instead of me doing it. I can do it either way. I like to stop in and chat with my guys at the Red Wing store. They're cool people there. Uh, in any event, I'm not trying to waste you guys' time. I hope you like the update on it, the look, how the leather's wearing in, how she's looking. And hopefully now that you've seen what it looks like 2 months in, in comparison to your run-of-the-mill leather belt that you buy at a department store, this is in fantastic condition. Um, Obviously, it's not as thick and as hardy as some other belts and whatnot that you could get. I know Frank's just released another belt, or not another belt. It's like the first one that they've got on their website for sure. But that looks like a really fantastic belt, and that's from the same company that makes my, my custom boots, Frank's Boot Company. He's got a brand new belt on his website that I'd say is probably honestly a better option than even this, but you're gonna get what you're paying for, and I mean they're priced reasonably in comparison to one another. There's also Nix offers a pretty solid belt. If you're looking for smaller companies, though, you're gonna be looking at like Frank's. There's another guy, Nobleman's Apothecary. That guy's got some pretty nice looking belts too, and he's using some thick leather. There's another one that I've been seeing a lot of ads come across my YouTube and all over. I want to say it's like Hank's. Yeah, I want to say it's Hank's belts. That one looks like it's a pretty solid built belt as well. But yeah, I mean, realistically, when it comes right down to it, when you're choosing yourself a nice belt, the biggest thing is that you want a nice thick piece of leather. You don't want thin leather. You don't want cheap leather. You want something that's solid. You want that piece of leather to be thick enough that it ain't gonna stretch out, and you don't want it to be just genuine leather. It's you want it to be a high quality leather with your grain, if you can see very well on there. I don't have the greatest camera on my phone, but if you pay attention, it's not what would you call it, like pressboard leather, where it's a bunch of shavings that are all glued together, and then they've got stitching. This is, you got your top grain. This is not a corrected grain where they've shaved it off and made it look nicer or anything like that. I mean, they may have gone over it for removing some light inconsistencies, maybe a little bit of scarring, but for the most part, I mean, I can see the natural grain in most places. I mean, if anything, it's just barely anything, just so that it had a very more uniform finish on the top. But don't quote me on that. But that's the biggest thing is that you want a nice, tight top grain. You don't want just genuine leather, because a lot of times people will throw that on there, and it's not quality leather, and it doesn't hold up. It doesn't have the what would be the proper term, ductility. But anyways, I'm getting long-winded here. You get what you pay for. Make sure that, if you're going to buy a good belt, buy yourself a good belt. And I would definitely advise, Redwing makes fantastic belts. But Frank's Boot Company, he's probably going to have, in my opinion, that might be a little bit biased. I might have a biased opinion here, because the man makes fantastic boots already as it is, but I'm sure his belts are fantastic as well. So if you're looking at spending the money, I'd probably opt to advise you to go with Frank's or even Nix. I'm not gonna say not to go with Nix if you like that belt, but just make sure that you're spending the money on decent quality products, because if not, I mean, you're throwing your money away. But if you want to throw your money away, I mean, that's up to you. I mean, I'm not here to tell you. Anyways, thank you for your time. Have a good one. Like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section. And y'all have a good one.